Well, what's up, netizens? You're watching DarkStar, the only reaction channel that wishes they were swimming in gold. My name's Anthony. I'm joined by fellow reactioneers. Joey, Chris, what's up, guys?
What's
I mean,
up,
I'll
dude?
just take the dollar bills, dude.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Gold or no bueno, dude. You ever see that, I don't know if it's a skit. No, it was a Family Guy skit, I think, right? Where it's like Scrooge McDuck and he goes to like dive into the gold, that fucking gold
Like, fucks
sea
his
thing
face
or
all
whatever.
up.
Yeah, and it just like, it just like fucks him because obviously you can't swim in fucking metal. It's pretty great. Joey knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, so Scrooge McDuck, Shovel Knight. Is Shovel Knight from that one game that you like to play, Chris, or is he from his own game?
You talking about Shovel Knight? It's
Yeah.
from his own game called Shovel Knight. What game do you think I like? What game I like to play?
He's like the same animation style as that fucking that 4-player like indie game. What the fuck? Castle Crashers. Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers,
Fucking
yeah.
A, holy shit.
Is Castle Crashers considered an indie game? I don't think they are, dude. I think Bahamut Studios' indie game was Alien Hominid. I don't think Castle Crashers is considered an indie game.
Well, regardless.
But yes, Castle Crashers. Sure. But he's not from that, no. I don't even think he has a skin in that.
You just got roasted.
Shovel Knight has his own game. He does have a skin in Brawlhalla, which is why I thought you were talking about Brawlhalla.
And it looks like the same as that other one that's super Hollow Knight, which looks super fucking
Good.
yeah.
Lame.
Well, it's like super popular or whatever.
Oh my. Wish I could bitch slap Joey through my fucking computer right now, dude.
Chris, you just play a lot of Banjo-Kazooie growing up. I know you know who it
Dude.
is, but did you play a lot of
Fuck
it?
yeah, dude. I beat every Banjo-Kazooie out there, dude. That fucking shit's so good.
Yeah, me
Joey
too.
didn't
dude.
even know who Banjo and Kazooie was.
Oh my god.
I was trying to tell him. He's like, he's not in the tier with like, because it was a Mario versus Sonic thing. I was like, he's not in the tier with like Mario, Sonic, Link, blah blah blah. But he's in the same tier as like Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, fucking, Rayman, stuff like that. And
Wait,
he was like, he's like, no, just in terms of like knowledge, like people know that they exist, basically.
Gotcha.
And he's like, I don't know about that, dude. I'm gonna call up Mike. He fucking puts him on speaker. He's like, who's Banjo Kazooie? He's a Nintendo video game character. Hang up.
So I knew you'd know. So I was like, maybe Mike won't know, and I'll kind of be a little bit fucking validated here. But no, I wasn't.
No, Banjo-Kazooie was fucking. I mean, he had like what three titles?
Yeah, I played all
And
three.
that doesn't even cover like his off games, like his
If
racing.
you had 4 and 5, I played those too. I have no preference. I will pick after the analysis.
I mean, I
No
just feel
preference
like-
at all, dude.
No.
I kind of wish I kind of wish Tony wouldn't have said anything about them redoing Scrooge McDuck and him like fucking his face up on Family Guy, because like now I know that's gonna be some dumbass feat with him. Like he was able to split through solid gold in order to just move it around at his whim. I mean, because in my opinion, Shovel Knight should beat the living fuck out of Scrooge McDuck. So pre-analysis, Shovel Knight. I don't know that much about Scrooge McDuck,
dude.
so
I don't know.
I mean,
There's a thing in battle, like versus whatever you want to call culture, if you want to call it that, called toon power. I feel like the toons usually have like stupid shit. Like,
that's
I mean, Chris hasn't beat Kingdom Hearts, so you know what I'm saying.
True.
like Bugs Bunny is like a reality
all I know is
warper.
that he owns a fucking bistro.
Hey, he
That's about
doesn't
it.
do anything. I don't remember the other games he done anything, but this one here doesn't.
I feel like this is kind of one of those ones where it's like they're gonna give him some stupid shit from his cartoon, and also I just think it'd be funny. And I have absolutely no attachment whatsoever to Shovel Knight, so I'm kind of leaning towards Scrooge McDuck here.
Like I said, before the analysis, I'm going Shovel Knight. It will probably change. We'll see. I'm not sure. Because I don't think Shovel Knight's got anything too fucking crazy going on either. Who knows? It's probably just a joke one for all we know.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
So,
I mean, that's the way I look at it. I think actually somebody said that this was one of the ones fans voted for. Like there was like a fan vote thing or whatever, and they did this as like a joke, basically.
people who voted for this, you need better stuff to do with your time.
I can't remember. I could be wrong about which one it was, so not for sure on that.
Regardless, anybody who had anything to do to make this one, you need something better to do with your time. You got too much free time on your hands. Sorry.
All right, well, let's go ahead and check out the analysis. See what's up.
I can't stop saying this for some reason. It's really lame.
Yeah, you are.
Some people adventure for wealth. For others, the wealth is in the adventure.
Either way, you'll be successful if you can bounce off your enemies' heads.
Like Scrooge McDuck, the wealthiest waterfowl to ever live.
And Shovel Knight, a shining example of the code of chivalry. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I legit didn't know he had his own video game.
In 1867,
Better recognized, dude.
Scrooge McDuck was born to a poor family in Glasgow,
Basically,
Scotland.
Bruce
Wait.
Wayne.
He grew up a relatively
I played a
poor
game with
couple
ducks.
until his 10th birthday.
Scrooge's father took him to see the
I was
remains
fucking-
of the old McDuck clan
Dude,
castle.
I might have played
See,
that game.
Their family wasn't always super poor, and Scrooge was inspired by the sight of their former glory. So the next day, he got a job and earned his first money ever. A dime.
Problem was, it was an American dime, and Scrooge was in Scotland. Naturally feeling pretty cheated, Scrooge swore he'd build his fortune by being, I quote, tougher than the toughies and sharper than the sharpies.
So he hopped over to America to start his quest for wealth. And judging by his money vault today, where he
Oh,
literally
God.
swims in gold, I'd say he did a pretty effing good job.
300
No obstacle was too
quadrillion.
difficult to keep him from fortune. By my estimations,
Holy
his
shit.
entire net worth today
He invented
was
the
around
fucking Super
$300
Bowl,
quadrillion dollars.
Invented
Rich
it.
as he is, he's
And
gotta
concrete.
find his treasure trove somehow.
And
So
concrete.
this wealthy waterfowl's got more guns than I do. Not to mention the trusty cannons he has hidden around his manor. Nothing like some old-fashioned artillery for home defense.
Scrooge also has a number of unorthodox high-tech firearms.
Or as normal people call them, laser guns. My favorite is the one that can shoot through solid steel titanium. It's called the Burglar Stunner, but I'm pretty sure that'll do a hell of a lot more than stun you.
Well, my favorite would be Scrooge's Nutra-Friction and Anti-Inertia Rays. By removing a target's natural friction and inertia, these guns can turn a foe so slippery they can't grip anything, or take away all momentum from that foe's movement and weight. Without friction, a person will slide miles upon miles with no hope of stopping themselves. Without inertia, a cannonball will have even less impact than falling leaves, though it is important to note that these guns do not affect personal gravity.
Yeah, science and stuff. Though if I were him, I'd prefer the feel of one of his rifles or swords.
Or his signature sidearm, his trusty cane.
What's so special about a dusty old cane, you ask? Well, just look at the old quack go. Not every duck can turn their cane into both a club and a pogo stick.
Even when he's unarmed, Scrooge's thirst for wealth has pushed his body past many preconceived limits. He possesses incredible strength, speed, and durability.
Not to mention, the dude's got some serious wave
Oh shit.
One time when he was stuck in the savannah, he walked right up to a lion, beat it in a roaring match, and then just rode it all the way to town.
He's also a surprisingly skilled marksman.
Like some sort of gun-toting Mr. Miyagi, he can shoot flies out of the air with perfect precision.
And he's no slouch with the
Dude,
blade.
he's a god.
Apparently, Buffalo Bill taught him how to knife fight in, Injun style. And now's a great time to remind you that Scrooge is pretty old. It was a different time.
Racism aside, it takes a lot to put this mighty mallard down. He survived the Titanic sinking, being frozen solid in the Yukon, fighting hordes of wild animals, and taking a cannon shot to the face before being dragged
Traveled
through
to
a
the Earth's
He's
core.
even survived a trip to the literal center of the Earth, which, if you've forgotten, is
He
pretty
fought
much
Teddy
super level.
Roosevelt. That's the
That's
biggest
putting
one
it
we need to say.
mildly.
Yeah, that
The
one's
Earth's
crazy.
core is estimated to be well over 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
More than hot enough to cook your goose.
He's outrun a cheetah, which can reach 75 miles per hour. He's stopped a charging water buffalo, which can weigh up to 2,600 pounds.
And did you ever hear that legend where George Washington threw a silver dollar across the Potomac River? Well, Scrooge can do that too. And he even caught the coin on the other side.
What?
Because Scrooge isn't gonna waste a single dollar.
Seems pretty impressive, but Scrooge has some massively problematic flaws. Least of all is his age. He's 150 years old. That
Yeah, it
won't
looks
do
like
him
he
any
did a
favors
lot of
in a
those
fight.
when he was
And why
old.
can't he fly? I mean, he's a
Yeah.
duck with his own private plane.
The math
And he
on
has
that, he
human
threw the
teeth.
coin, ran the other side and got it.
Hire a
The
poultry
distance
scientist
of the
for
lake,
business.
time traveled to
I'll
get
send my
across.
resume.
Well, more importantly would be his overpowering greed. He can often lose sight of his goals or explode into an uncontrollable rage if someone threatens his wealth.
He is pretty selfish and has a one-track mind. I don't know if the uncontrollable rage part, though, is such a bad thing.
Certainly not in some situations, like the time Soapy Slick tried to rip Scrooge off, steal his property, and humiliate him by chaining him to a steamboat and making fun of his letters from home, including one informing Scrooge of his mother's passing.
That's more than enough to piss Scrooge off. So much that he literally tore the entire boat
Jesus
apart with his
Christ.
bare hands. Or wings. Holy damn, that's some real foul strength.
Just goes to show that nothing can stand between Scrooge and his wealth.
Okay.
I don't know which was wilder in those days, the wolves or me.
A long time ago, the world was wild, and adventurers roamed the land. The most famous of whom were partners Shield Knight and Shovel Knight.
You can tell how good they are by the giant piles of loot behind them.
Shovel Knight and Shield Knight traveled together, and they were the stuff of legend. That is, until the Tower of Fate.
Once inside, a cursed amulet knocked Shovel Knight out cold. When he woke up, Shield Knight was gone and the tower was sealed shut. And boy, did that bum him out. So, like all depressed heroes, he abandoned everything and went to the wilderness to do a bunch of farming and most likely drinking.
Ah, man,
Soon
that sounds
after he
basically about right,
retired,
honestly.
An evil woman called the Enchantress took power, along with a group of villainous knights known as the Order of No Quarter. Ah, get it? It's funny.
This guy's
So
4'6".
maybe
I wonder if
retirement
Kyler
wasn't
Murray's
the
underneath
most
that.
Responsible idea.
Man's gotta mourn, Wiz. Man's
It's
gotta
funny to me.
mourn.
You mean like when you took a week off to mourn after your divorce? Because I'm pretty sure all you did was get drunk and shoot fireworks at my house.
Ah, yeah. Man, that was a real good mourn. Well, anyway, Shovel Knight's break didn't last long. After the Enchantress and her knights took hold of the land, the Tower of Fate unsealed. Knowing it was his only chance to find out what happened to Shield Knight, he dug back into action. And with him, he took his mightiest weapon. A shovel.
Don't sell it short. It's not just any shovel, it's a shovel blade. And thanks to its surprisingly versatile nature, it can slash through anything from rats
Oh,
to
wow.
Holy crap, did he just kill a
Oh,
dragon with
God.
that thing?
Yes, he did.
Shovel Knight's
Reminds
beast.
me of the time I made my own weapon out of a yard
It's
tool.
calcs, dude.
I miss my rake blade, but everyone got really confused and offended whenever I yelled my catchphrase, "Prepare to get raked!" So I stopped using
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh,
Oh.
probably smart. Well, thanks to the Shovel Blade's unique attributes, Shovel Knight has a repertoire of deadly attacks, his signature being the Shovel Drop.
This deadly downward drop allows him to dig into his enemies, pogo stick style. Now, where have I seen that before?
He also has a charge attack that, when unleashed,
Holy
does
shit.
massive damage
Scrooge
and can even
McDuck
penetrate
is
armor.
Shovel Knight.
If his enemy is more than a
True.
scoop's reach away, he can strike the earth to fire a dangerous spark that travels along the ground.
Know what else it's good for? Digging up all of
Yeah,
that,
that
sweet,
ice ground.
sweet treasure.
But the Shovel Blade is far from his only weapon. Throughout his journey, Shovel Knight has acquired many magical relics, which are quite handy in battle, though they do require access to a limited supply of magic to use.
He can set stuff on fire with the flare wand, or punch through compact dirt with the dust knuckles.
He can also
how
take
video
the
games have
wind out of his
changed.
enemies with the throwing anchor, or fly a short distance with the propeller dagger.
If Shovel Knight needs to kill bad guys in those
What do you mean?
hard-to-reach
I don't feel like
spaces,
Shovel Knight's
he
that
has
old.
his
Yeah,
trusty
Shovel
Chaos
Knight's, like,
Orb, which
not
acts
old
like
at
a
all, I
wall
don't
of
think.
doom.
He
I was
also
thinking it was like in the
possesses
90s.
Definitely
you know?
within the last 5
mechanism
years.
which allows him to traverse
Wow,
dangerous
I was
terrains
literally
and
thinking like in the
spikes and
90s.
small gaps with ease.
Mobile gear. But my favorite
Help me
relic
out,
is
Chris.
the War Horn, which is
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
like the
it's
Horn of
2015
Gondor,
Shovel
but it
Knight
makes
Plague of-
people explode.
That's crazy.
Shovel Knight carries
2014
a
was the very
defensive
first one.
relics as well.
It's 2D
Yeah,
side
like
scrolling
those
game
sweet
platform.
Yeah.
ice goblets.
No, see
You
that.
mean the
It
true
felt like it was.
propels.
Felt like it was old.
These special liquid receptacles can carry
You
items,
fucking
substances which, when
dumbass.
drunk, provide certain benefits to Shovel Knight.
Joey thinks that if
Most
it's not
notably,
like
the Ichor of
in-
Renewal, which fully
Top
restores
10.
magic.
yeah, like crazy
I'm glad-
fucking
I'm glad
real
I
life
didn't- I
graphics.
know
From
there
a
are
bunch
2D
of
side
fish that
scrolls
perform
under
an
the ending and
interpretive
shit, but I'm really
dance
glad I
and
didn't
spit
finish
in
my
your
whole
cup.
thought.
It's
I had to
dinner
go
and
in.
a show.
'Cause it
Last
would
but
be
not
worse.
least is the phase lock.
Joey's
This
over here
relic
like,
allows
God damn,
Shovel Knight
dude.
to pass
My
through
great
his
great
enemies
great
and
great
grant
great
some
great
temporary
grandpa had a
ability
fucking
while
hard
in
time with video games like these back
Like
in the
all
day.
good knights, our shovel-wielding friend protects himself with a suit of shining armor. Actually,
Oh,
he's got a
God.
few of them.
His most capable all-around set is the Dynamo Mail. Along with providing the kind of defense you need for fighting the forces of evil, it has an added bonus. Hitting just about anything with his shovel drop builds up a powerful charge attack.
Normally, a large suit of armor comes with a lot of extra weight, but Shovel Knight doesn't let that slow him down.
Even in full plate, our delving hero seemingly never tires and is agile enough to dodge everything from cannonballs to fireballs.
Actually, the weight is more of a bonus since his attack of choice is bouncing on heads. Where's math then?
On it, comparing his height to these doors, Shovel Knight appears to be about 4 feet 6 inches tall. Given his broad physique, he likely weighs approximately 100 pounds at most. In the 14th century, a knight's plate armor for combat typically weighed about 60 pounds. Scaling to Shovel Knight's height, his armor likely weighs 50 pounds. Including the 5-pound shovel, he must drop with a force of over 6,700 joules of kinetic energy. In comparison, Mike Tyson can punch with up to 1,600 joules and has knocked out 44 people in the ring. And Shovel Knight's striking power
How many
is over
fucking
4
steamboats has he
times
fucking
stronger
ripped
than
apart
that.
with his fucking bare hands?
Job. No wonder Shovel
Yeah, I
Knight
feel like
was able
he's
to
gonna
take
get
down
wrecked.
the entire Order of No
There's gotta
Quarter,
be something.
including a giant steampunk mech
There's gotta be
and the
something, though.
Enchantress herself.
They said,
He's
they
also
said,
stubborn
well,
enough
that's
to
not his
hold his
strongest
breath
attack.
underwater
That's,
for an
like, he can charge it up.
indefinite amount of time. And
Right.
he even held his own against the Battletoads and Kratos, the
Wait,
upcoming
what?
god of war.
What?
What the hell? Really? That's awesome. Guess you sell enough games, you can get anybody.
I feel like they're just
But
throwing
even
that in
after
there
all
just so they
that,
can fucking...
Shovel Knight doesn't seem the most intelligent warrior. After all, the only reason
Basically
he gave
just
up on
can it.
Shield Knight for so long is because he just assumed she was dead.
Still, he's one deadly warrior who isn't
The-
afraid to put his enemies. 6
That's
feet
it. This dude's
under.
gonna get fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, 'cause he digs holes and stuff.
Yeah, nice power up you have, Tony said.
All right, the combatants are set.
Nice
Let's end this
fucking
debate
power
once
up,
and
dude.
for all.
But first, I've got some free
How
food
long
for
is the
you.
battle? 10 seconds? Grab him and rip him in half. The game over.
Okay, thoughts?
Easy clap, Scrooge McDuck. I mean, he. All the Shovel Knight can do is land on his head multiple times, I guess, and one of the many times he hits him is going to kill him because he has no superpower attack that we've seen. They're all just regular boop, boop, boop. So,
I mean, I feel like the Kratos name drop was just out of fucking nowhere, so I really don't think that's going to come into play, and if that doesn't come into play, then I don't think the rest of it
it
matters.
was going to be like, and even though he fought Kratos, he didn't win, or he didn't actually kill Kratos.
Did we get... The guy said he was agile enough to dodge fireballs, but I mean... Bro, the speed advantage
That Scrooge has.
that Scrooge has with that
Mhm.
fucking running to the other side of the river and
Like,
catching the thing that
catching
he
that.
threw is
And that was
fucking
the thing, he didn't even just
stupid.
run to the other side of the river. He literally ran, jumped in a boat, rolled
Instant
the boat,
transmission.
and then jumped out of the boat and caught it. So he rode and
Oh, did he really?
boat. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
in
I
the
know.
channel.
Okay.
He literally jumped off the bridge, jumped in a rowboat, and rolled himself to the other side, jumped out, and got the fucking thing, and then kept walking with it.
Yeah, because like it threw me off at first. I was thinking about it, but the cheetah thing, it didn't say it was a top speed. He just said he outran a cheetah, which just said he whatever miles an hour. So we don't know what his actual max speed is. And then they got that, and they're straight going to be like, well, looking at the river, it was fucking 100 feet wide. He made it in a blink of an eye. So
I don't think they're going to even try to calc that. I think they're just going to be like... Did they bring up a single... Other than saying he's agile enough to dodge fireballs, did they bring up like a single actual speed feat for Shovel Knight?
Yeah, how fast you can take this L.
I didn't see a single actual speed
He
feat.
is legitimately fucking rowing a boat across this lake right now.
So I don't know. I don't see, like, even if Shovel Knight was as strong as he is, which doesn't seem to be like he is, at least at base. How would he ever touch him? He's a god.
Well,
That's the
that'll
only
make
thing that's
it
got
really
it for Scrooge McDuck for me. It's just a speed feat, honestly. I think if it wasn't for that, I think Shovel Knight might have a little bit more of a chance because personally, I feel like something that they lean to a lot is like what they've been up against. And I think Shovel Knight has a way more impressive category in what they've been up against. Most of Scrooge shit is just wild beast. I
That's
mean,
fair.
I'm pretty sure fucking Kratos would destroy almost anything fucking Scrooge has been up against. And they said Shovel Knight could hold his own.
I mean, a dragon is significantly more impressive
Yeah,
than like a
obviously.
lion, for example.
Absolutely. So I think if it wasn't for the speed, I would definitely give it to Shovel Knight. But I feel like, I mean, it's one thing to say like he just ran so fast he ran across water. This motherfucker literally got in a rowboat and rowed himself across the lake fast enough to catch the fucking.
That's impressive.
Thing on the other side. It's fucking yeah. It's goddamn impressive. I mean, he must have cleared that lake in like fucking 2 rows, just and then is out. I mean, he had to have.
Actually, we never know. We don't know how far high he threw the coin, though.
It doesn't matter, dude. The time. I mean, literally think about you throwing a coin, Joey.
I'm not Scrooge McDuck though.
I know, but let's say you're sitting on a fucking like a bridge, right? And there's like gravel below you and a rowboat right in front of that, literally dead in front. We're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say it is ready to fucking go. You throw that coin, by the time you jump over and land on the gravel, that shit's already fell. That shit is already on the ground.
Don't forget, he traveled to the center of the Earth too, to the Earth's core.
Oh yeah, facts. And he just chilled. He's just like, yeah, I want to melt my gold right here, dude.
And while I could see them doing some sort of play on money, I don't. To me, Shovel Knight's weakness is worse than his is because he's not gonna know that he's obsessed with money unless he's trying to like, hey, Shovel Knight, I like money. Like he's not gonna be able to exploit that weakness like in a normal situation. But Scrooge McDuck didn't become a fucking quadrillionaire by being a fucking idiot. And Shovel Knight is actually dumb like they're implying, which is based on their logic, obviously, I mean, whatever. But then that would actually be an exploitable weakness from Scrooge McDuck's side. There's no way Shovel Knight would come in and be like, that guy looks like he likes money. Ha! Dime attack! Like, that would never happen. Dude. So, I don't know. I'm going with Scrooge McDuck. I think he's
all right, 3 Scrooges. See what happens.
The 3 Scrooges, dude.
Oh, shit.
Fucking got him, dude.
Right.
New channel name.
Let's see what's up, dude. He is super happy, though.
I like money.
The one thing... Oh, you know what? It looks like they're fighting over treasure, so maybe it will come into play.
Well, that's literally over with. The exact words I think was he can't be stopped getting his treasure or getting his money. Scrooge McDuck.
I was gonna say the one thing he has going for him is he seems to be like the innocent good guy, and Scrooge McDuck seems to be like the quote unquote villain in this scenario. Not that the good guy always wins in these, but.
Well, they are fighting over his gold, so.
The battle no one knew they needed.
Got right. Wait a second. Okay, I'll save it for after the battle. I feel like there's some shady shit going on with this Scrooge McDuck old thing. Damn. Don't worry, he's taken cannonballs to the face before.
He's made this dive 1,000 times, so.
He's got home field advantage, I guess. True. I didn't do shit. Is that it? Gonna have to get him with the combo move to kill him, I think.
Oh shit.
Oh! That's gonna get him. Oh my god!
Damn.
They went fucking real hard on that one. Holy shit.
Damn, that's cold.
Thieves beware.
Weapon.
Shovel Knight might have been able to uphold the code of chivalry, but he could not hold up to Scrooge's wealth of experience and superior strength.
Aside from the extra 100+ years of experience he's got over Shovel Knight, Scrooge's feats blew him out of the water. For example, there's no way that Shovel could have put him down very quickly when he's powered through a minefield like it's nothing.
And remember how he threw a coin across the Potomac
Oh,
River
here it is.
and across fast enough to catch it? Well, we know the average width of the river is 1,300 feet.
Yes!
He threw the coin at an angle of 20 degrees. After some quick calculations, this means he must have thrown the coin, boarded his boat, rowed across the entire river, and exited the boat to catch the coin in less than 5.4 seconds. This means
by the time
he
it's
must have been rowing a boat at speeds well over 164 miles per hour.
Jesus, how fast are his arms moving there?
To make all of that work, at least 14,400 rotations per minute.
That's fucking awesome.
He is strong enough to rip apart a steamboat after all. But regardless of Scrooge's power, Shovel Knight had very little options to defend against the Duck's wackier, physics-breaking weaponry. Those that could buy him some time could only last for so long due to his limited supply of magic.
Plus, Scrooge has fought knights and magicians before, while Shovel Knight never fought anyone quite like Scrooge McDuck. Looks like Shovel Knight dug his own grave.
The winner is Scrooge McDuck.
Good Lord.
Next time on
I mean, stat-wise, it really didn't seem...
Yeah, no arguments from this guy.
That fucking rowboat was fucking crazy. Okay, so real quick, I just want to bring this up. So, obviously it didn't matter in the end anyway. But I think it's funny that they're like, alright, we have to use... Like, this was one of his flaws. We have to use old man Scrooge McDuck. We know in Legend of Korra that fucking Toph gets old, but they use fucking prime Toph. So why wouldn't they use like prime fucking Scrooge McDuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's kind of shady. They're like, all right, we got to use old man fucking Scrooge McDuck, but like for the other characters that we see get old on screen, that we don't fucking use whatever the last fucking version of them was if they get fucking weaker
I got
or
that
older.
old man strength. They left that off the feet, dude.
Yep.
I'm just saying, questionable.
Yeah. Oh, no complaints.
That was a biased here, dude. I don't get it. Something's up. Need an internal investigation ASAP.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. This is probably the one I'm most salty about out of all the fucking battles. Yeah, no, I mean, that battle ended crazy though. That was
Dude, that was gory.
We're basically caught up on all the ones that we can watch now for Death Battle, unless we missed one. Unless on the comments, but I'm pretty sure we got them all basically. And what a way to end the run of Death Battle with that fucking beheading, but not even in like one fucking stroke. Like, 1, 2, 3, fucking slowly chopping your head off. That was some like Resident Evil shit right there. Nasty. Alright. Alright, well, that's it for now. We'll keep watching them as they're coming out. So I guess next week, because that one's going to come out, so we might as well just do that one next week, and then we'll start whatever after that. It should be, I want to say, is it Namor? Namor? Is that Marvel?
Yeah,
Versus
Marvel.
Aquaman?
Yeah,
I believe
Marvel's Aquaman.
Yeah, so that's the next battle that Death Battle's coming out with. That's coming out this Wednesday, but we won't get to watch it until next week or whatever, so we'll check that out. Till then, stay bright. Get you on the dark side.
What's up, YouTube? Did you like that video? Then don't forget to like and subscribe. You can support us on Patreon if you want to get early access to all our series. Check out the links in the description below. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch. We post polls and play games. And as always, thanks for watching.